guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host sellssi. It's time to continue my series that I've been having. On Thursday I started it last week. Monday I continued. Today another Thursday we're continuing, this time with the midfielders, the possible squad that will be named by Coach Otuado for the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The first game will be on the 1st of June versus Madagascar, and the next game will be on the 5th of June versus Central African Republic, away from home in Central African Republic. I've talked about the goalkeepers. 4 of them, probably 3 will be called by Otuado, but he likes calling 4. I also talk about the defenders. I called on 11, as much as 11 defenders, I think. Yeah, 11 defenders in there. And with yesterday's news breaking on Tariq Lamptey possibly coming in, defenders might change in that respect. And the FA responded to those talks about players changing nationalities. Obviously, I did not expect the FA to say that explicitly. They are working on it. They would like to get over the line and have the players called before they come and tell us everything that's happening behind the scenes. The FA General Secretary saying explicitly that the noise around the players call up does not help the situation. We are fans of the game. We will always make noise. We want to let the players who are coming in know that we want them. They are going to beef up the squad. If that is what will make them more interested in coming, we have to do our part. The FA too will do their part. We'll see how things unfold, but it is still in the works, and hopefully we get everything across the line. Today is the turn of the midfielders, and without much ado, we'll get right into it. But as you know, as usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. For the midfielders, there isn't very much change from the team that played versus Nigerian Super Eagles. I'll start off with Thomas PARTEY. A great season so far with the Gunners. That could end up with him being involved in the Champions League once again for the first time since joining them on the 5th of October 2020. PARTEY and Arsenal have had a topsy-turvy season. After he returned to the Gunners following qualification to the World Cup, he had an injury versus Crystal Palace, which he has not recovered from yet. He's expected to make a return on the final day of the season. Tonight, they play Tottenham Hotspur in the North London Derby, a game which could determine whether they will play in the Champions League. A win will guarantee their place in next season's Champions League for the very first time in almost 5 years. So the Gunners have it all to play for tonight, and Eddie Nketiah turning up for them has been great in the absence of Thomas PARTEY, who was a strong man in that midfield. Mohamed El Neni has fit in perfectly, but this season PARTEY has played 24 games, 23 of them being starts, 2 goals and 1 assist. He has been injury plagued at times and has not been consistent. The same area he had the injury in that pulled him out of the season at the point during the first weeks of the season has been what has pulled him out this time once again. He is getting back into shape and he will be in the team for the Ghana versus Madagascar game. He is involved and he will be the number 1 on the starting sheet in midfield, in my opinion. Thomas PARTEY. Kudus Mohammed yesterday wrapped up a win for his club side Ajax. They secured the Eredivisie title, his 3rd trophy since joining them in 2020. He's been there for 2 years. He has won 3 trophies. Kudus Mohammed could not have asked for a better ending to the season, but it has not been a great season for Kudus. He was great for Ghana in the game versus Nigeria, but Kudus Mohammed also, injuries have blighted the season for him. Plagued with injuries across the season, he has played very few games, 15 games in total, 4 of them being starts, 1 goal and 1 assist. It's fair to say when he played with the youth side, which is young Ajax, he has done extremely well, but unfortunately he has not had enough playing time since coming back from injury. The Black Stars are fortunate that he turns up for them most of the time. Some would say he doesn't move the ball on quickly. I think it could be another reason why Erik ten Hag had not been using him as frequently. But Kudus Mohammed is one for the future. Fans' favorite in the first leg versus the Nigeria Super Eagles, controlling the pace of the game, had more freedom than most of the players in midfield. Kudus will be in there for me once again versus Madagascar and Central African Republic. Also talking about the midfield once again, Baba Idrisu cannot be left out. He had an injury scare this season for his club side RCD Mallorca. This season has been a game of 26 games he has played, 23 of them being starts. He scored his very first goal in La Liga for his club side RCD Mallorca and provided 1 assist. He has been great for them this season, but he has had his problems with injury as well. Recently had a concussion, which he recovered from nicely after the qualification to the World Cup. In the game versus Nigeria, he was used as an extra centre back. Most of the time, Jojo Walcott was allowed to pass to him before he starts play from the back and transition into attack from defense. So he was used as an extra centre back, and that is why I think the FA will still push in for Mohamed Salis. Looking at the system Otuado wants to play. A captain of the Ghana Black Stars obviously will be in there, Andre Ayew, with his club side outside this season. This year in particular, he has played 4 games, scoring 1 goal. At the just ended season in 2021, he has been amazing for them, scoring the highest goals for the club side outside before the second highest goal scorer in the Qatar Stars League. He has been great for them. Unfortunately, he was suspended for Ghana's game versus Nigeria. He provided moral support by being there, and we got over the line, not needing our captain and talisman in Andre Ayew. Highest goal scorer for the national team, active players that is. He is going to be important for us in this African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Fatau Isahaku, who completed his move to Sporting CP following his loan spell with Dreams FC, will be someone also I expect to be in there. Against the Nigerian Super Eagles, he was a bit not on top of his game, probably due to a lack of playing time. But with Sporting CP, the reports coming in from there saying that he is going to be one for the future. They have now seen that he is a player who can play for them in their first team after promotion, and he is going to be involved in first team football next season. The season is almost over, and Abdul Fattah Isaku has made enough of an impression in Portugal to determine that he will be involved in first team football for Sporting CP next season. Cannot wait to see him in action full time. This guy is one for the future. Was great for the under 20 side in the Wafu Zone B competition and the African Cup of Nations as well, winning it for Ghana last time out. We'll see if they can repeat that feat again, but Abdul Fattah Isaku will be one player I would include in this team in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Kamaldeen Sulemana on Monday returned to training after being out of action since February 11th. So I would expect him to be called up. Hopefully he plays in the final game of the season, which will take place next weekend. And he will be one that will be refreshing to see him. I don't expect him to start though. I expect Otuado to ease him into the games as usual from the bench because he's just coming back from injury. But he'll be an integral part, especially in the 4-nation tournament, which will be playing in Japan and then also versus Madagascar and Central African Republic. Those 3 games will play in Japan will be very important. I expect Kamaldeen to be an integral part of that. Osman Bukari of Nantes, he's played 22 games this season, 10 of them being starts, 2 goals and 4 assists. He won his very first trophy in France with a French cap over the weekend. Osman Bukari, another one who I expect to come back into the Ghana national team after making an appearance versus the Nigerian Super Eagles in the World Cup qualifiers in March. I expect him to be in there for Ghana once again. Elisha Owusu, Gent player, he won the Belgium Pro League trophy. 21 games, 12 of them being starts. It has been a great season for him with that trophy win. He also made his debut for the Ghana national team, the Black Stars versus the Nigerian Super Eagles. When he came on in the second half in the second leg, he along with Daniel Kofi Tre were amazing, holding up the ball, pushing Ghana forward and helping us in securing that draw that secured World Cup qualification. Speaking of Kofi Tre, he is one person who will also be in there. This season has been an amazing one for him, and with that, talks of him leaving his club side later on. Kofi Tre for St. Paul, he has played 29 games, 28 of them being starts, 12 goals and 9 assists, his best ever goal tally of his career, I'm pretty sure. 21 goal involvement. He is one who will give goals to the Black Stars from midfield. Daniel Kofi Tre. His favorite position is probably the number 10 role right behind the striker. As to whether he will play that role for the Black Stars, I don't think so, because most of the time it's KUDUS that is given that role. But with him back, he was injured versus Nigeria. He came back for the second leg, but with him back in full force, his country, club football is almost over. We will see how he can add his skills and talents to get the Black Stars over the line qualification as well as the friendlies in the Four Nation competition. Joseph Payne, so one of our brightest packs in the African Cup of Nations, a really abysmal African Cup of Nations, is also someone I expect to be in there. He has played 26 games this season, 12 of them being starts, 3 goals and 2 assists for Joseph Payne, so I expect him to be called up once again. Alfred Duncan, Fiorentina man Alfred Duncan. He has played 31 games this season. He has scored 1 goal and provided 2 assists. The reason Alfred Duncan did not make it into the Nigeria game was not because he was not approached. He was approached by Otto, but he felt that probably he has not gotten enough chance to prove himself. He's not consistently called. Even when he does well, he has resigned to the fact that probably the Black Stars might not need him again. I'm sure Otto will push again. I'm sure he might get his chance, but it has not been a great season for him. I was between him and Majid Ashimeru, but Ashimeru has not been in action for a while now. I would have picked Alfred Duncan in his place. Hopefully he does accept the call-up when it comes this time out. Edmond Ado, Sheriff Tiraspol, he was involved in the Nigeria game, was called up for it, but unfortunately he had to go back to his club for treatment, sustained an injury in that respect, and he had to lead the camp for the Ghana Black Stars. Hopefully this time he will be in action. He returned to injury for the club side and was in action for them recently, so he is playing, and hopefully he can get into the team. And finally, I'll call on Yao Yeboah for this final midfield combination. Yao Yeboah was called up for the Nigeria Super Eagles game. Has been doing well with his club side in Columbus Crew. 10 games so far played, 1 assist for him. So those are the midfielders I would call for the national team versus Madagascar and Central African Republic. A notable mention to Majid Ashimeru and also probably Samuel Osu. But these are my midfielders. Let me know who you would have in there as your midfielders as well. With players reportedly switching nationalities, these teams of players in there can change at any time. So these are the guys I think Otto will look to add to the team. Let me know what you think in the comments box on this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the end of the week.